What's up? Alright guys, I got another AMC update for you with APE as well. I'm going to be doing a deep dive on the technical analysis and why I think we are absolutely squeezing. This is it. The MOAS is here. I'm also going to be talking about what price points we need to reach to take off and exactly where I think we're going next week and the prices we could see and the paths we could see and the price action we could take. It's a very deep dive on AMC and APE. It's a little bit longer, but hopefully you find it informative. Let's go ahead and get in the charts, the data, the detail, and see what I have going on. We're here with the charts and we're looking at AMC and APE, and this video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing basic technical analysis in the first half of the video, showing you where I think we're going here and my predictions for this week coming up, and then I'm going to give you evidence on why I think we are absolutely squeezing. You can call it hopium, you can call it whatever you want, but basically what I'm doing is calling the shots as we go, minute by minute, week by week, day by day. I do daily short updates in the morning, pre-market action, do predictions for the day, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to be doing some TA for you, laying out what I think is going to happen over the next couple of days, and then when I think we are actually going to launch. So basically right here in this block, this white block, as you guys can see, it's a major support and resistance zone. So this has acted as the bottom before, and anytime we get to the support and resistance zone, we either hit our head on it or shoot past it or shoot up above it. So as you guys can see, if we don't use it as support and resistance, we shoot down. We hit it, we shoot up, shoot up, shoot down, shoot down, hit our head, boom. So as you guys can see, this is a major resistance zone, okay? And then we also have this gravestone doji right here saying that we're probably going to see some pullback. This is on the daily time frame. RSI is a little bit high too. We don't want to take off with the RSI this high on the daily. That is not good. That is not good for our squeeze. We can see much higher prices if we consolidate a little bit. So basically, I have two paths marked out for you guys. So we have this trend line of support, up ascending support. We have the breakout of the macro falling descending wedge, and you guys can see we got that breakout and that nice push to the upside. Now I think that we're either going to consolidate in this area, which I think is the least likely scenario, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. But where I think we're going to consolidate in that area and then bounce up, so gain traction in this area and then bounce up to the upside, which I think is the least likely scenario. I think what's more likely is we're going to form this cup and handle formation, get support off of this ascending trend, build some support, let RSI cool down, and then launch to the upside. And then after we get past, 8, 9, $10, eventually start squeezing and seeing massive price movements. Now, if we see a gap up to those levels, up like a pre-market run up to those levels, then yes, we can absolutely take off. But before we take off, we need to get to at least $8 to $10 on AMC before we actually see this thing start to actually pump and take off. We do have this on the super trend right here. We do have this buy signal. This is on the daily time frame. So that's a very, very good indication that this move still has a lot of momentum, and we haven't seen it go to a sell signal. Another good indicator is called the alligator. So we go ahead and take away the super trend, and you see this green line. This green line and this blue line is, this green line is bullish. This blue line is bearish. So, and then the width of the lines can tell you the momentum of the move. So when the move gets closer together, you guys can see that the lines get closer together. That means the move momentum is getting close to the end and it's changing. And as you guys can see, then that green bullish line starts to get ahead. So another example would be this downtrend. You can see there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of width in between the bands, a lot of width in between the bands. The downtrend starting to end. You guys can see the bands starting to get close together, and you can see this green bullish line start to cross to the upside, and then you can see that there's an up move. Then you can see the bands get close and they start get close together. The width gets close together, and you can see that there's a down move, and then the bullish band gets on the bottom. So as you guys can see right now on the daily time frame, the bullish band is still on top, and there is still a huge gap in between these bands. That means there's still probably a lot of momentum for this move to the upside. So that's where I'm saying we could see a slight pullback and still be able to go to the upside, or consolidate and still go to the upside. And we have a lot of momentum still left in this move, but I would like to see us come down a little bit, consolidate, and get some of that momentum to the upside and let our side cool down. So those are my predictions, like my price predictions, where I think we're going, how I think we're going to launch, what prices I think we're going to need to launch at. Again, if you haven't seen my other videos, we're breaking out of this descending macro downtrend. We're hitting this, and that was a 2-year downtrend, and we're also in a little micro falling wedge, and we broke out, got that nice pop to the upside. Now we're hitting this gravestone doji. That's why I think we're going to have a little bit of pullback, consolidation, and then launch. We do need to hit at least 8 to 10 bucks before we see this thing start to actually go bonkers and bananas. And again, if we do see a gap up in pre-market that gets us to those levels, yes, we can just start to take off. But I think Monday morning, Tuesday, I think we're going to see a little bit of pullback. So don't be surprised if you see that. And again, that would be healthy for our play. Now I'm going to give you guys reasons why I think that we are absolutely, definitely about to take off. As you guys can see, this is just a little forum on how to identify squeezes. So all our stock basically has all of them. Your stock is trading near 52-week lows. Check. High short volume, high short interest. Check. Borrowing cost keeps getting higher and higher and higher. So we have the short interest getting higher and higher and higher. Also, they have 2,000 shares available to short as per an hour ago. So again, that's another reason I do expect a little bit of pullback. But back to the topic, you guys can see that we have high short interest. Check. Cost to borrow rate keeps getting higher and higher and higher. Check. All right. Now this is like basically a reverse of what they just said. So if the sudden drop of cost of borrow rate, strange behavior, and in the money call options, we have that. Check. Upcoming major catalyst. Check. We have that. Stock trading at a huge discount to the competitors. Not really sure, so I can't verify that. So I'm not going to say check yes or no. Overwhelming sense that something fishy is going on. Absolute check, 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 check. Shares approach to short available 0. Okay. And as you guys can see, that happens many, many times with AMC. We just had 0 shares available to short at about 1 day ago. And if you look at Stonko Tracker, that happens all the time. So guys, and institutional share are loading up, which we have a huge amount of. So guys, this is why I absolutely think we're squeezing. All the signs are here. All the things are lining up. We also are back on the New York Stock Exchange threshold security list. If you guys go ahead and look at the listing, we are back on there for AMC. And we also have this high short interest. We have the cost of borrow rate shooting up, and we are on APE is on the list for one of the most absolute shorted stocks in the overall stock market. This is Yahoo Finance, and I will be talking about APE here in a second as well, and where I think that's going and price predictions for APE. But again, this is on the overall most shorted stocks. Okay. So there's many, many things lining up. And again, if you haven't seen my newest video, AMC is back on the New York stock threshold security list. And again, we have a green weekly MACD. Anytime we had short interest this high, we've seen massive run up. So green weekly MACD, high short interest run up. And also when we had the threshold security list, green weekly MACD, and short interest is high, we ran up to the highs of 44 because of the stock split, but it was 72. So we're about to see a massive move to the upside, but I think Monday morning we might see some pullback. Tuesday we might see some pullback or some consolidation at the very least, unless we gap up. So that is my predictions for AMC and why I think it's squeezing. I'm going to talk about APE and where I think it's going. I think APE is an absolute squeeze mode. Okay, APE is an absolute squeeze mode. If you guys look at the Bollinger Bands indicator, which is a way to tell if a stock's squeezing very easily, you guys can see that it's outside of the bands when we made this massive move to the upside, went inside of the bands. Now what are we doing? We're using the bands as support, and we keep closing at higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs. I think APE could easily see $5 to $8 next week, very, very easily. $5 to $8. I think it's gonna keep going because I think APE is in absolute squeeze mode. There's not too many technical analysis I can do on it. RSI is absolutely blown out. So if you see a pullback, don't be surprised. Don't start worrying because we've seen massive gains already. We do have this uptrend of support, and we are in this kind of bull flag formation, but again, it's very hard to do technical analysis when a stock is squeezing like this. We are using the outside of the Bollinger Bands as support, and that's why I say it's an absolute squeeze mode. And APE is definitely just taking off, and again, $5 to $8 is a high. The lowest I could absolutely see us coming back down to is 250, bouncing off of that and then ripping back up. But anytime the stock seems to have a pullback, buyers step in and just buy this thing up, and that's why I think APE is going to continue to see higher highs, and that's why I don't have too much report on APE. Also, there's an arbitrage opportunity. Let's say AMC runs up to $10, then APE, and then AMC APE gets voted yes to convert yes to vote AMC or APE into AMC. That means APE would have to be $10. So if we see a run up with AMC as APE is trying to chase it and catch up what it's doing right now, trying to equal out to $6, it's just going to keep chasing it. And this could push the stock higher, both stocks higher, higher, and higher, and higher in a massive gamma type loop that we have never seen before. That is something that a lot of YouTubers are talking about, this arbitrage opportunity and how it actually could affect the stocks like a gamma squeeze and push each stock higher and higher and higher, if that makes sense, because like I said, APE has to be the same price as AMC if voted yes to convert APE to AMC. But guys, that is the video. It was a little bit longer. Hopefully you got to the end of it. Hopefully you found it informative. That is just basically my predictions for next week, where I think we're going. Again, they are getting some shorts available to borrow, so don't be surprised if you see a pullback. But if we see a gap up, I'm very happy. Again, I want this thing to take off, but I just want to be realistic with you guys and paint a very clear picture. So hopefully you found the video informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. Alright guys, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this. And again, you can check me out on Twitter, Discord. I drop updates there every single day, and I drop short updates every single day on the pre-market, on the daily, and give predictions all the time. So you want to make sure the bell notification is on and check out all my updates for AMC and APE. So again, that was the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.